We're back. I'm slightly out of breath. Got my other glasses on now so you can see my eyes. And I've got my hat on to keep the sun out my eyes. And we're heading up. Not that you can't tell with the breath. We've just left, I was going to say Trevor. It's not, it's Torver. Trevor's in Wales. We've just left Torver, parked down there, roadside, which is quite nice. So a little bit of free parking. If you come in this direction and you want to do this walk, you can park in the chapel car park as for a donation, which is also quite nice. Paul's taking me to a bit of a quarry, isn't it?
Yes.
So we're going to go and visit this quarry. I don't know what to expect. I'll show you a couple of photographs of what's up here, so it's quite nice going somewhere new, somewhere refreshing, just to make me feel inspired and get a few record shots maybe. The sun's quite high, even though in October it's not high in the sky, but we have got fluffy clouds, so that could work in our favour. So I'm going to talk to you when I get there, because I can't do this walking and talking lark, you know what it's like.
Coniston Hill, Banishead.
Coniston Hill, yeah.
Old man.
Old man of Coniston. Is it that first one on the right?
That one.
The one on the right. So that's where we're heading, up the old man of Coniston, pretty much on the foothills of it anyway. Right, shush, walk. So we're still moving, we're still plodding forward. It's gone a little bit leveler now, so I can catch my breath and talk. The views in front, fantastic. The light's a bit harsh, it's very direct light, but the mountains and hillsides in front are really quite cool. Look at it all, look at all that. Absolutely fantastic. And the walls leading through. And I've just been informed for some more knowledge. We've got hog holes, are they? Hog hole, look at that, there's a hog hole there. And basically what they are is to let the young sheep through. And the big ones couldn't get through. So yeah, I've learned something else. Chances are by the end of the day I've forgotten, but yeah, this is a nice little walk, this. So far so good. And I feel like home. Look at all this behind here. These big piles of stone. It's not quite like being in Banishead Quarry, is it, in North Wales? But this is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. The river running through, and the backlight on the trees. Whoa. Mr. Compton's getting a bit excited. This is really nice. Not a bad walk either. Not a bad walk at all. As long as you take your time. It's not steep, but it's definitely a gradient that's going up. But this is really nice. And I haven't seen the main attraction yet. So, Paul tells me we're here, so I'm about to find out what we're looking for. Hiya, alright. So I'm going to have a look around this corner. Apparently there's a waterfall. Let's see how good it is. It's going to be good anyway, it's waterfall. It's always going to be good. Do enjoy these little adventures. Got being watched, look, we're being watched. You see him up there? He's watching us, just in the corner there. He's watching us coming up the hill, I could see him. Come running down and give us a bot in a minute. Oh, we found water. There's the water. And that particular tree there is one of the trees that Paul mentioned about coming up, that should be nice and gold. And it's probably got a bit of gold colour to it, but it's not glowing quite yet. But it's not going to stop me taking a picture of it, that's for sure. Not now I've come up here. Look at this, for an open expanse. Look at that, for a fantastic view. Brilliant, brilliant. This is what I really enjoy doing. And, oh, look at that. And there's the waterfall. There's our waterfall. That's what we come up for. That one there. And the colours of the rocks. You can see the ore coming out through the rocks and the stone. Pretty cool. You're going up round. Get the camera out. Oh, I've got to get the camera out now. So we're here, camera's out, set up on my first nice standard shot. I'm going to try and stop saying simple shot, because I've said before, they're only simple if you're here, aren't they? You know, and you've got to get here to do these things. Standard shot, I've got the whole of the little quarry in, all the water, the trees on all the way round. You've got one at the bottom, one on the right, one on the left, and the waterfall in the distance. It's lined up. I'm using the rule of thirds because I want the tree on the third that side, and I've got the tree on the third at the bottom, and I've got the waterfall on the third the other side. So they're all working in their positions. I like them in that position, and I've just had to hold my hand just over the sun when it was out just now, just to stop a little bit of lens flare just creeping in at the top. So just hold my hand over the top there just to stop the light reflecting on the front of the lens. I put the polarizer on and it did make a difference. It went from being light to dark, and in fact I'll show you. I'll put it onto video for you. And right, so we're running the video, and you can see that down here in this area where this tree is, if I turn the polarizer, you can see it goes really bright all the way around there. And I wanted to make that as dark as possible, so by turning the polarizer around, you can see that now all this area has gone dark, which is making this tree stand out. And all we need now is the light to come out above it. I'll also explain what I was doing on the rule of thirds. Just hit the video record button again. And again, on the rule of thirds, so I've got this tree sitting there on the right hand rule of thirds, and it's also on the cross intersection. And I've got this tree sitting on the bottom rule of thirds, and it's in the centre of the picture. And I've got the waterfall then over this side of the rule of thirds. So it sort of balances the image, and I like to use those rules. I think they tend to work and they help balance the image a little bit. So that's why I do it. Yes, you can break the rules, yes, you can change your composition and do what you want to do. It's all personal preference, but the guidelines are there, I find, for a reason. So yeah, quite a nice little shot. Just going to wait for the light to come back out again to illuminate them trees, make them stand out a bit more. And I might just have to take a little wander down there, take the one camera and a few filters with me, and have a little look and see if I can set up something a bit better. But I'm going to get a long lens on as well, because I do like the colour of the water that's come over the top of the stonework. It's made it all brown and tingy, so I'm going to have a walk round. I'm going to spend a little bit of time here, maybe put my coat on. When the sun goes in, it gets a bit chilly. Oh, I've just had 15 minutes of running around, not trying to take a photograph, but me spike had fallen out the bottom of my vlogging tripod. So I've got two spikes and one hole in the bottom. So I managed to find the spike. I've had a look around here and I couldn't find it. I went back to get my bag and it was stuck in the floor next to my bag, which is great. But what it's done is it's pulled the bottom of the carbon fibre leg out. So I put a band-aid on it, and you wouldn't believe I put a band-aid on it, would you? No, I know you wouldn't, but I've actually put a plaster around it and wedged it back in. So at the moment, it's fine. It's fine. Sun's come back out, which isn't great, but I've got a shot set up. I'm leaning over the edge a little bit now, looking down into the chasm, into the quarry. And again, I'm working on the rule of thirds. I've got the tree over on one side, I've got the other tree on the other side, and blah, 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 like I normally say. It just works, it's quite nice. The sun's come out, so I'm going to actually snap a shot while the sun's out, but the light's quite bright on the quarry, but it might look nice. It might make that reflective light. It might be quite interesting, especially when I darken it down. It might look pretty good. I'm just going to up the exposure a bit as well, just to make sure I've got the brighter exposure. I've been shooting single shots for the last couple of days. The dynamic range seems to be peaking in the middle, so I've been shooting say that when you're drunk. Shooting single shots. And it's quite nice. But I do want to go down. I do want to go down into the quarry and have a little look. And I think that's where I'm going to go next. So I'll speak to you when I get down there. There is a little track, so I'm going to make myself down nice and gently, take my time, and get down inside the quarry. I've got someone watching me just in case. He's encouraging me to snap all the branches off this tree. This one here, you see this tree here? That's where I want to be and I can't get there. And he's saying, well, snap a few branches off. No, he's only messing. I think he'd tell me off if I did, to be honest. Wouldn't you, Mr. Paul? Cracking shot. Absolutely love this shot. That tree blows its way out the picture. It absolutely looks fantastic. The backlit so it's all glowing against a really dark quarry. I've got the polarizer on, which is making the water quite dark. I've got the waterfall sort of tucked up into the top somewhere. It's almost about, well, it's not almost, it's about the tree and then the waterfall, not the other way around. It really is a fantastic tree against that water and the backdrop. I've got a little bit of mess on the right hand side. I'm going to flick it onto video for you. I'll put it on video and I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So there's your tree, and look at the way that is bouncing out the frame. And we've got the waterfall up there, keeping it all in. I don't want any sky because the sky will just be bled away. And I've got this bit of shoreline, but this messy stuff just on the right hand side. And as you know, when the frame's on video, you know, not on video, it's going to be slightly wider, the picture, but this bit of mess just there, I've just got to tidy it up a little bit. But that is an absolutely fantastic photograph. I really, really like it. And again, we're sitting on the thirds. We've got the thirds there, and we've got the thirds coming across over there. So everything as well is balanced. So it's quite a nice shot. I absolutely love this. It's really, really nice. I can't get it horizontal. It's got to be a vertical shot. But yeah, really, really cool. And now I'm definitely going down. I said I was going down, didn't I? But I got carried away. So I'm going down now. See you at the bottom. I'm at the bottom. I've come down inside, come down a little track that leads down there, and now I'm down the bottom, and look at it. It's all winter wonderland. No, it's not winter wonderland at all. Look at it. It's all, look at it. It's all sort of, ooh. Look at the colours here as well. Look at all that. It's, I love stuff like this. Little cave, little water pit down there. We're trying to wonder where the water disappears to, but it must be going down underneath the ground. So I'm not sure where the water's actually going to. But I don't really care, as long as I can explore a little bit. Take a couple of shots of something. The tree's obviously not as good from down here. This is nice. This is quite nice. Just need to make sure where I'm stepping and what I'm stepping on. Making sure I'm sure-footed. And I don't take any stupid risks, but that's quite nice. I don't think it makes a picture, but it's quite nice anyway. And that is very deep water just there. Very, very deep. So keeping one eye on what I'm doing, because we don't want to be doing anything stupid. You know me, I like to have a look and a nose. Let's put the tripod down for a minute. Paul's gone for a walk over to the waterfall. There's another waterfall over there. So I thought I'd just come down and have a little nose look down here. I'm virtually on the shoreline now. Doesn't make a shot straight on, it's a bit boring straight on, but this is what I like, all these yellows and the little greens and yellows that are popping. And again, the tree doesn't look half as good now you're down in the quarry. It definitely looks better from at the top. Don't think there's much more to explore down here. Have a bit of a nose, see whether that cave goes anywhere. But again, I'm not stupid enough to take and step on stuff that can disappear. It does go down really deep, so I'm not prepared to fall in. So yeah, now I've been down and have a look. There's not a shot down here, not for me. So I'm going to head back up to the top and go and find Paul. Yeah, been there, done that. I know you've already spotted it, that little cluster of rocks. Got to have a look at that, haven't I? If I can get down there on that little cluster of rocks shooting up the river. Even here, this is really nice. Just from here. The way it spans out at the bottom and the way it leads up. I've just took my coat off and I've got cold again. The way it spans out at the bottom and it leads you up. I mean, I know the tree's already sort of done its best there, but it just leads you up into the hills, and you've got the old man of Coniston there. But I'm not really thinking of that, I'm just thinking fitting this bit in. We've even got a bit of a wall that side, which is quite nice. So yeah, I think the last couple of pictures for today are going to be of a couple of waterfalls, and I'm definitely going to end this video because I'm sure it's got very long. You never know, I may have even made it into a two-parter by now. but this is really quite nice, really nice, and it must drop down into the quarry just there. So I'm going to have a little nose around here, work out a couple of little compositions, put a 3 or 6 stopper on, smooth the water out a little bit. Maybe if the light just pops out between the clouds again, it might backlight it a little bit, but yeah, quite nice, quite nice. Let's have another couple of shots here. I'm going to try one down there as well on them rocks, see what we can make of this little lot. So we sat around for a little while waiting for the light to come and hit the fells and the hills in the background, but the light just didn't want to do it. Chances are as soon as we start walking down, it's going to catch them and light up the, the background. But I took a couple of shots anyway of these waterfalls, nothing overly impressive to say. So you need a little bit of light to work on. I did a panoramic, done a bit of a pano sweep. I did go down to those rocks, but as soon as you get down there, you become below the level, so it's too low. I've taken a what3 words screenshot for you, so I'll stick that up on the screen so you can see this lateral location where I'm stood in. It's quite easy to get to, in all fairness, it's alright. The river runs up, but it doesn't go far, it disappears into the cliffs on the hillside, so it comes out the hill. And then if you walk over that way, you get the drop off going down into the quarry. Let me just run you over there and just show you. Because you can actually see the quarry from where we're stood. I'm on the other side of the quarry now. And I've had a bit of a wander over here just to see where it goes and what it does. And you can see there's your quarry, looking down to the quarry, and you can see the waterfall there, where it just sort of, the river runs past, it drops off the side of the river. So yeah, you can actually get down here, it's not too bad. It's a little ledge there, but there's nothing to take pictures of. Maybe leading up, a nice shot leading up if the sky was different and there's it all backlit with the hills all lit up, but yeah, no, it's not happening. So I'm going to cut my video now. I'm sure it's been long enough for you. I'm sure you're all desperate to get out and put the kettle on. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. Don't forget like and subscribe. And I'm going to thank this gentleman here for showing me a cracking couple of days. He's even fed me. It's been brilliant. So you can't hear me. He's not got very good hearing. So I'm going to have to shout at him in a minute. But yeah, thanks to Paul for all that. And yeah, till next time, from the old man of Coniston up the top there. Ciao for now. Take it easy. Don't forget like and subscribe, and hopefully you've enjoyed this sort of little wander today. Next time we'll do some photographs, maybe in the morning, sunrise in the morning. See you then.